How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be debuting 99 overall Josh Donaldson as well as 97 overall Ozzie Smith. In this specific game, I am going to be going up against Jacob. He always is a big supporter of the channel. He's always commenting on the videos, letting me know that he's watching them first or one of the first to watch the video, so I appreciate that. I also recently tweeted out a couple weeks ago that I would be doing friendly games off stream against some people that were interested, as well as just people that have been longtime supporters of the channel as well. So I'm trying to get back to you guys as much as possible. And let's go ahead and get right into it. He has a very good team. He also has Adam Wainwright on the mound, a pitcher that I struggle against. The wind is blowing in 8 miles an hour there. But let's go ahead and see how that plays into effect in this game. The wind is a factor in friendly games. If this was a ranked seasons game, then it wouldn't really matter as much. They did turn that down with the patches and everything like that. But for this specific game, we are dealing with the 8 mile an hour wind blowing in, but he gets a leadoff base knock with Kenny Lofton, and I'm already struggling a little bit with Nolan Ryan. Having a tough time locating some pitches. There I tried to go with the curveball low and away, and I got good feedback on it, but he hung it a little bit, leaving it over the middle of the plate. Lindor smacks it into the outfield, but this relay was pretty nice from Ozzie Smith. Didn't quite get him there at the plate, but strong arms, and he got it in rather quickly. So luckily, the next at-bat, I was able to get the strikeout looking there with facing Chris Davis. And now we got Jock Peterson. So he has a couple lefties up at the plate in a row with a lot of power versus right-handed pitching. And I guess even Jock has power versus lefties as well. We do have Nolan Ryan on the mound, so that's helpful. But at the same time, if he's struggling to locate earlier in this game and the opponent's taking the pitches, then it's going to be tough to pitch with him. But I was able to get out of the first inning with just giving up that one run, so we were able to minimize. And now I'm just looking to try and get something going at the plate. There with Tony Gwynn, I just missed that one. I didn't get the PCI quite up there in time. I did have good feedback, or good timing on that last one. Surprisingly, it felt like I was late on it for sure, but it's just because I didn't get the PCI up to the baseball. But we will have Josh Donaldson leading off the following inning, as well as Ozzie Smith coming up in the 3 spot. But I need to bounce back with Nolan Ryan here in the second inning. I struggled to locate with him in the first one. I gave up that one run, so now I'm trying to get the confidence back up on some of the pitches. I did give up a nice double to Francisco Lindor with a 12-6 curveball, so that's why that pitch does have lower confidence than all of the others. So I'm trying to use that effectively, and I'm not trying to give up another hit on that specific pitch to even lower it further. So I'm trying to focus on throwing the changeup a little bit right there, and the speed differential gets him swinging early, but also I didn't really have the best feedback on that pitch either. But to start the next inning, Josh Donaldson is leading it off in his debut at bat with a double. That was a nice line drive against the shift. Good squared up feedback on that sinker low and inside. And if he didn't have the shift on, obviously Kenny Lofton tracks that one down and makes the play. But the very next batter, Rogers Hornsby, squares that one up, sends it into center field. I think it might have been good, okay contact, honestly, but also the wind blowing in affected that one. It did have a launch angle that was pretty high up in the air, but the following at-bat, Ozzie Smith making his debut at-bat, he's going to bloop one into center field. He's more of a contact hitter, and when the wind's blowing in, he's really effective. I bat him lower in the lineup because I still have a lot of good contact hitters at the top of my order, and I just wanted to try and mix him in the middle of the lineup somewhere. So he's in the 7th spot for this gameplay. I've tried to steal second with him. He does have that really good speed and the stealing attribute. I think Jacob forgot how many outs there were right there. There were 2 outs. He could have easily just thrown it to first, but he does throw it to third. He makes the tag for the 3rd out of the inning. Very next inning, hits a hard ground ball with Kenny Lofton. There's Ozzie Smith and his defense. Very nice fielder over there. Even though I've had a lot of success with Rogers Hornsby, he's playing second base in his original position, but I have had a lot of success with him, and he's had a 1,000 fielding percentage for me over at shortstop. So I just wanted to try out the Ozzie Smith just because he was going for a pretty cheap price, right around 13,000 stubs, because they just released more Signature Series packs and they lowered the price of those packs. So that was pretty cool. I figured I would try him out. He's not bad so far. I mean, drove in the game-tying run, and here with Willie Mays, I'm unable to get anything going in the following inning. Grounded out with Tony Gwynn, popped up with Willie Mays. My timing has just been off so far in this inning. The only 2 hits so far have been from the guys that I'm just debuting. But sometimes when I first try out a card, I'm not really going to have the most success with them. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get used to them. However, I did have live series Josh Donaldson in my lineup at the very beginning of the year, and I've used Josh Donaldson in the past. His swing is pretty much the same in this year's game, so I knew that he would be really good on the squad. I just had a tough time benching George Brett for him, but also Ozzie Smith has a pretty nice swing. But to start that inning off, I had a leadoff double. I guess it was an error from Jock Peterson out there. Lou Gehrig, I swung a little bit late on that one, hit it to left field. I also swung a little early with Josh Donaldson on that last pitch and hit a foul home run. Unfortunate, because I felt like I really could have done some damage with that fastball up and inside. I felt like I got to it and I was looking for that specific pitch, but nonetheless, at least I was able to move the runner over. My timing was just off in this game so far. I mean, I was struggling to consistently get good feedback, good timing on swings. I was swinging just early and hitting some foul balls, and every now and then when I did have a good squared up swing, it was a hard line drive right to somebody. And I know that the opponent was also going through the same thing. Could have easily had a couple hard ground balls, line drives that resulted in hits. But also, Jacob has pitched very effectively in this game. He's kept me off balance. He's also got me to chase at pitches below the zone, inside off the plate. And there he got that one to bloop in with Trevor Story. Now he has Wilson Contreras up. I'm still struggling to locate with Nolan Ryan a little bit, even though he has the gold bar of confidence from some strikeouts that he was able to get earlier on in the game, bouncing back from that, giving up that one run in the first inning. And now we have Kenny Lofton up once again. I actually walked Adam Wainwright, and just a really borderline pitch, 50-50 ball that ended up being called a ball for a ball four, and got the pop-up in foul territory there against Kenny Lofton. So he had a chance to really break the game open in that last inning. But the second at-bat for Ozzie Smith, he's blooping another one into left field. That was a good, okay swing. As you can see right there, 82 miles an hour off the bat, but there's also a curveball low and away, so that was nice right there. Jacob knew I was stealing. I was trying to be aggressive with Ozzie Smith. I also stole on the first pitch the previous time, so probably should have just been a little bit more selective there on the pitch to go on. And then I had to go with a pinch hitter with George Brett coming up, or the pitcher spot coming up, and I have George Brett on the bench. I had to go with him. I actually wanted a check swing on that last swing, but it was just low in the zone, and I tapped the button, and sometimes on the pitches low and high in the zone, you can't really get a check swing. But luckily, Tony Gwynn is able to pick up the team a little bit, hit one that falls just in front of Griffey, gets by him, and he gets up to third base. Willie Mays is going to cash him in with the fastball up and inside, sent back right up the middle, and I was finally able to time up something that was up and inside. I was struggling on fastballs inside, and he was also mixing up some pitches low and away, and even just up and away. I was struggling on getting the PCI right to the baseball, and right there I felt like I got to it and just grounded out to shortstop. Unfortunate, but Josh Donaldson is hitting the ball hard at least. That's all I really want from a card like that with a lot of power, just hit the ball hard. His PCI size is pretty good as well. He does have like 90 vision, and we are playing this game on Hall of Fame. So against Adam Wainwright, he's going to have a little bit of a larger PCI because he doesn't have the highest per nines, highest hits and Ks per nine. But at the same time, it's still he's still a pretty good pitcher and signature series card that I've had a tough time with so far throughout this game. It is a 4-1 game. I missed that one with Hornsby once again, got under it, and then squared this one up with Pablo Sanchez, the power-focused catcher. I'm not really sure what happened there. He might have accidentally pressed triangle, threw it to the shortstop, but that also results in an error. Ozzie Smith, the very next batter, I was trying to get that pitch low and inside. I was trying to get under it and hit it to right field, but I got on top of it, hit it right to the second baseman for a double play. You hate to see 92 speed get thrown out, but that deserved to be a double play anyway, the way I hit that one. The very next inning, I was able to get a strikeout there to end it. We're back up at the plate with Ricky Henderson, ground that one out to second base. Now I went with Roberto Alomar as a pinch hitter this time. Got that fastball, pulled it to right field, and it's going to be right to the right fielder. That was a solid pitch with good timing on it. Might have been just early as well. But at the same time, I mean, hit it well. I may have been a little bit on top of it. As I swung, I was bringing the PCI up and in. So that may have affected the hit, but so far in this game, I was throwing pretty decent. I mean, giving up a run in the first inning, a couple hits here and there. That one easily should have been a base knock. But also hanging a lot of pitches recently. I mean, I wasn't giving up a lot of runs in the event when I was playing, but I've been throwing a lot of pitches with decent feedback, good, and just missing the hoop a little bit, and they've been right over the middle of the plate. So I have to try and work on locating a little bit better, and that's just something that I picked up playing this game. I was all over the place with some of the pitchers, and then once I went with Trevor Hoffman and Bruce Sutter, I was able to locate a little bit better. As when you throw a fastball on the outside corner, that's also a 50-50 ball. But in the top of the ninth inning, I'm looking to pitch effectively, trying to attack the hitter, and if he gets a base knock, he gets a base knock. He needs a couple runners and a home run to tie this one up. So he needs to get a rally going. We already have 2 outs in the inning, so I'm trying to throw these pitches for strikes, but at the same time, just missing the hoop, blinking good feedback. I was able to get the strikeout, but I need to work on my pitching a little bit more. That's something that needs to improve as I make the push for World Series. I'm about 840, 838 rating. But all around, great game from Jacob. He's a great player at this game. And I could tell from his team, some of the players that he did have, he doesn't really play the game a ton. He was also a bronze level, but at the same time, he was able to pitch really well and keep me to 4 runs. He was right in the game the whole time. And just a little bit better timing, and I think he wins that game, as well as I think we both would have had a couple more runs in that one if the wind wasn't blowing in, if he didn't have those mishaps in the field. That would have gave him a better chance to win as well. But I think that one was a really close game. Definitely a good game, man. I look forward to playing you again for a rematch. And after the game, I realized I had a special edition diamond pack as well as a high diamond choice pack. So that's going to be nice to unlock. I think I'm going to pick Buster Posey here just because he's a good diamond catcher, a flashback catcher that I'll use in the event or something. I can always sell him for the stubs. But the only card I have remaining in this pack is Matt Kemp. So I'll go ahead and select him. That's going to be nice. I'll have Buster Posey now and Matt Kemp. I probably won't use them in ranked, but anyway, I'll at least have them on the squad. I might use that Matt Kemp in an event coming up here. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Josh Donaldson and Ozzie Smith make their debut. Thank you guys so much for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.